Hello everyone, welcome back to the guided notes video for the Unit P, the prerequisites chapter on evaluating functions and eventually composition and inverses of functions. I am skipping the section on long division. We will talk about that later in another chapter when we talk about polynomials. Right now I want to focus on functions and evaluating functions. When you see this, it's known as function notation, which I'm sure you're all familiar with, and if not, that's okay. Here you go. Here's your introduction to it. When I ask you for f of 3, what I'm asking for is in place of x, plug in a 3. So everywhere you see x, plug in a 3. And when you do that, you find that f of 3 is going to be equal to 9 minus 18 plus 2. So f of 3 is going to be equal to negative 9 plus 2 is going to be equal to negative 7. Okay, now I'm going to plug in, instead of a number, I'm going to plug in an expression everywhere I see x. So I'm going to take 6, instead of x, I'm going to plug in x plus h minus 7 and distribute the 6. So I get 6x plus 6h minus 7, and that is my answer. I can't combine like terms or simplify any farther than that. Okay, now, just getting a little more complicated, but the same idea. Everywhere I see an x, I'm going to plug in x plus 2. So I'm taking 3 times x plus 2 and squaring it, subtracting 4. Now, once I get that, I'm going to multiply the whole thing by 5. Following the order of operations, I'm going to do what's inside the parentheses and then the exponents first. So the 5 comes down, the 3 comes down, and I'm going to take x plus 2 squared and then subtract 4 and after I multiply 3. So this becomes, the multiplication here is x squared plus 2x, that's plus 4x plus 4 times 3, and then subtract 4, and multiply that whole thing by 5. So I've got x squared plus 4x minus 4, so that's 3x squared plus 12x plus 12 minus 4. Once I simplify that, I'm going to multiply all of that by 5. So if I simplify these two, that's 5 times 3x squared. Those last two terms become plus 8, yes. And then multiply the 5, I get 15x squared plus 60x plus 40. This is a good time to mention that if you notice that I've made an error on the video, you can either bring it to my attention or just work through it on your own and double check the answer. And if you're not sure, come and see me and or send me a message, and I'm happy to sort through any confusion. But it is possible, highly likely, that you will find some mistakes in some of these videos. Okay, in the next video, we will move on to composition of functions. I will see you then.